Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ironside cast. With me, Matt. Very free for you all here on Warsaw Outskirts on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. In the access today, we have Rachel as the Waffen-SS without a commander choice. We have Arranged Karma with Jäger tactics straight gave for the Waffen-SS. Finally, also as the Waffen-SS, we have Maverick straight gave with Panzer tactics. Oh, and Rachel's gone for propaganda tactics. Oh, excuse me. So this should be interesting, potentially. Representing the Soviets today, we have KDFS without a commander. We have Kakaboo without a commander. And we have Mr. Dats straight out the game with motor strategy. We'll see how the Soviets do today. Now, Warsaw Outskirts, I think, is modeled somewhat on Golden Fields, but I might be mistaken. The Sappers have certainly encountered with the Sturm Pioneers now. With a full army of Waffen-SS, we will have a very high potential quality-based German army, which could falter in some cases, but some of the commanders do allow them to get some cheaper infantry. Actually, yeah, we're going to see some Hitler Youth arriving in the field here for the Panzer tactics. Let's see if we're going to see any Volkssturm. Indeed, Rachel's pulling out Volkssturm to try and get to the front line. So some conscripted, young and old German men and boys is sent to the front line in the crisis situations of late war. I guess this might not actually be outside war, so it might be somewhere in Eastern Germany for all we know. I'm not sure if the Volkssturm fought in Poland. I would imagine not. I believe the Volkssturm mostly fought when they actually got to the German borders. I believe. But I may be mistaken. Sturmgrenadiers, however, are pretty damn accurate. Pretty strong. Basic infantry to start out with. Also have a cooler button here with an MG34. Trying to apply some pressure here to the Soviets. So far I have to pull back a little bit. The Germans are so far doing a good job holding the front line. And the Soviets are going to start encountering the Waffen-SS down here too. The Volkssturm are spreading about. Lots of shots being fired about. Panzers might die inside this building soon. They might want to get out of there. If they do. So it's not captured a connection point, so they're actually not getting anything out of these points. Oh, excuse me. They're actually not getting anything out of these points at the moment. Volkssturm are charging forwards. I have to start using the arrow keys again, I think. But you can just hear the arrow keys, which I don't really like. Grenada being tossed there by some Volkssturm. We have a command chest here from the Soviet player. Because they've gone for artillery. I'm pretty sure that's artillery anyway. And Fontavicchi's not going to last too long, but the Volkssturm are not the highest quality infantry, as you can see. They are not good at aiming. They're kind of like conscripts, but for the Waffen-SS. Maxim arriving here for the Soviet Union. At the final Soviet pick, the commander I picked for shock. Okay. We have artillery, shock, and motor. And it's an interesting combination. We'll see if it works out for them. Having myself some fancy here. I got this Raspberry Zero. I quite like this Fanta Raspberry Zero sugar. I try to avoid drinking stuff with sugar in it. It looks like the Swiss are trying to press up here against the Hitler Youth. Hitler Youth throwing a grenade. Just a normal hand granate. We also have an MG34 moving up here for the Waffen-SS. Hitler Youth force being equipped with LMGs. Maxim's now arriving across the front line though for the Soviet Union. Some wounded Volkssturm trying to crawl away. Not really getting much far. Shot pretty bad in the stomach, I imagine. Maxim arriving for the Soviet Union here. I'm also the infantry also arriving at the front as more Waffen-SS infantry arriving at the front. Some ALF class working alongside the Kugelwagen here. Von Zwicky can make a move out in the open, that could be risky. Throwing a Molotov. They might die for that. Yep. Well, that's going to allow the conscripts to throw a Molotov. But Germans will dodge it. But Maxim can now start hitting. No, it's not turned to face these Stormtroopers. Or Sturmgrenadiers, I mean. They're being tossed. Forcing the Maxim a little bit back. Max now shooting here from the town. Also maneuvering on this side of the fight. You know, on the southern flank, we also have Max moving up here to try and fight against the Volkssturm and the Sturmgrenadiers of the Totenkopf. Looks like we have been upgraded with some trench magazines here for the K98. Giving them 20 rounds before to reload, which is a surprisingly underutilized upgrade. Only 20 munitions. Being able to fire 20 rounds before reloading is surprisingly useful for bolt action, I think. Just an underutilized little thing to have. We have a Jeep arriving here for the motor strategy. You could put a Dushka on top, 50 caliber Soviet machine gun. I should already be recording this just after getting back from work, but I felt like I wanted to get going with this. We have a lieutenant from the artillery division down here. Volkssturm was trying to push up here. Being shot to pieces somewhat, but they're probably still hanging at it. Trying to keep that lieutenant on the move. Maxim's doing a pretty good job here. We have an MG44 also arriving here for the Germans, but the Maxims are just ripping forwards here. Volkssturm in big trouble, throwing a grenade. Almost clearing those sappers. We have some more Sturmpioneers arriving with some more Volkssturm. Lots of Volkssturm on the field here. They are cheap, but they're not that efficient, as you can see. Especially at this close range against people with automatic weapons like this officer. Sturmpioneers doing a grenade assault. Pretty smart. Lieutenant might want to get out there. I think it's too late now. He's not gonna make it. Nope. Shot to death. Meanwhile, we have the Jaegers moving into the center of this little village. Shock troops themselves before the headquarters at the outskirts here. Where the shock troops are now going to operate from. As the Jaegers do their best with the MP40s inside the structure. Sturmgewehrs with scopes being handed out to the Sturmgrenadier. Unique upgrade if you're playing as the Jaeger, I believe. Boulevard moving up, but there's a PTRS inside the building. Rifle grenades quickly trying to be utilized here, I think. If they had the munitions, I don't think they have at the moment. Shock Panzerviki are armed with SVTs, which is a pretty big deal. Oh, good rifle grenade there. Mthis all going for the forward HQ. They want to destroy that building. And they succeed in doing so, denying the Soviets that structure. But the SVT armed with Panzerviki are doing their best here. Being equipped with double DPM, giving them a lot of firepower. Another good rifle grenade here from this Waffen-SS. That might be the Sturmpioneer. Ooh, those shock troopers might actually die though. That's a dead sapper. The Soviets lost a lot in that little thing. Mthis still pushes forwards. You know, the Soviets have been forced back again here. Being held back by the Hitler Youth. Volkssturm and the Totenkopf are still fighting down here. So it's need to bring up some more units. They are bringing in penal troops now. Where are they? There they are. 9-man penal forces you can just rush towards the enemy. T-70s are arriving though. And an armored car with some Panzerviki insides. With some motor strategy, I think. Some more done. They need to probably move because these guys have just dropped their Panzerknacker on that V8 thing. Oh! I think a Hitler Youth squad died because of that. Sturmpioneer is going to try and stop these done. Pack is being rolled up. We don't do drop smoke when they retreat, which is pretty handy. That C-70 and that truck probably want to get out of there because that pack is moving up. We have a T-70 moving into the center. The Jaegers have vacated. At least for the moment. Truck is about to allow the Soviets to reinforce at the front line. As the Maxim strip towards the Volkssturm. Volkssturm being low quality infantry will quickly get suppressed. Let's pull back a little bit again. A small Pontiviki preparing to head for the center now with T70 support. Infantry forcing up behind the Foxstone here now to cover the flank. Oh, we have the unique upgrade on the weapon teams here for the artillery division. We can upgrade them to 9-man squads, which is pretty damn good, actually. Having 6 extra men, or well, 3 extra men with rifles, they really come in handy. Proves the survivability of the unit. T70 pushing up here. Putting a shrapnel around. Didn't get much damage done though. There is a pack nearby being rolled up. That T70 needs to be cautious. Also, the shock troops are just sort of falling encampment instead rather than making a building into the headquarters. T70 took a shot from the pack. This driver is injured, so they need to replace them. That pack is not getting another shot off. T70 is out of range. Also, the Udon also sitting with a floating cannon because Udon can do the same. The service can now operate from that area. On the south, not much is happening. A little bit of a static fight in the moment. The Germans do hold up both munitions points, which is a big deal. So they give them a lot more munitions to work with. Stumanias might be in trouble there. The MP40 is doing their best, throwing some grenades. That's a Molotov, I don't know. That's some movement trying to kill them, but there's some Hitler youth on the flank. I said Hitler youth are not as accurate as Sturmgrenadiers. The Soviets are now threatening to take this munitions point. They could actually overrun this position if they can get past that pack and a machine gun. That's an MG42 actually. Then he pushes up again here. And the Soviet shock Pontiviki is moving into the town. Moving from structure to structure. Giving the Soviets an idea of where the pack is. Because that's the thing they have to avoid. So the Soviets also bring up mortars now. Want to apply more pressure down on this southern flank. Oh, great, in front of the hatch of the T70. Still without a cooldown though, I think, which should probably be fixed. Sturmgang is happy equipped with Panzerfaust, but they have to get somewhat close to it. You have Untersturmführer arriving here for the Jägers. Pulling some kind of artillery strike in that structure. Hitler youth pushing forwards. So we're now arriving here from the Waffen-SS. Denying that structure to the Soviet Union. They're setting it ablaze actually. And collapsing it. Pancons gets some good flanking shots there as the Germans get around the corner. Got hit by a rifle grenade though. Jaeger's pushing up. They've even got a stolen DPM here. Oh, get hit straight by a round for that Sis gun. Lots of fighting going on here. T70 might be outmaneuvered. All the idiots get a Panzerfaust stuff. And they got it. The Sis actually kills it off. That's funny. Mortars have arrived for the Soviets across most of the fronts now. It's actually a Udon mortar. So that's the one they've got from the forward camp. Good to see people actually using that. It's something we usually see. He's only pushing up, but the Hitler youth are suppressing the infantry supporting. Throwing a grenade out the hatch. He's only so far doing a good job. Panzers are trying to get in. But it casts it in favor of a grenade assault on the conscripts. Artillery been calling in the southern flank here in Maxim. Pulled in by a Untersturmführer from the propaganda tactics. But the But the extra men really makes this thing a lot more survivable, as you can tell. And the truck is going to allow them to keep replenishing. Volksturm might try another push though. There's a vehicle here arriving, a Panzer IV-J arriving for the... I believe this was Panzerdivision? Yes, this is Panzerdivision. So he's trying to dig in somewhat. We need some kind of heavier armor and tank equipment. Because the Panzer IV-J could be a problem. Especially when probably supported by Hitler Youth. Maxim still holds on thanks to its extra men. Because every time someone dies, they have more men that can just step in. And thanks to the truck, they can just keep that flow of men going. Stopniki arriving here, these are specialist penal squads. Panzer IV-J is advancing with the Hitler Youth up here. Need to clear that bunker, and they are working on it. That's been cleared. They probably didn't need to throw the grenades. Someone has to back off. Panzer IV-J missed though on the move. It's not the most accurate vehicle on the move. Doing vehicles in general, you want to stand still when firing with them because they don't have what's it called? A gyroscope, a gyrostabilizer, like American and British tanks. So they are quite inaccurate on the move. You want to stand still with them like Soviet tanks. Shock Troop's trying to push up here, but Untersturmführer is preventing it. Now has some Jäger support there. But Germans are not advancing at this point. 70 could be in trouble here. Panzer IV-J gonna try and take a shot. But the turret turns slow. Because the Panzer IV-J, I believe it has a hang crank turret, which makes its turret traverse rate pretty slow. It's like a cheaper version of the Panzer IV-H, more or less, to try and cheapen the cost late in the war. Its production cost for an electrical turret became too much. Oh, it missed again. T-70 is a small target. It's not the easiest tank to hit. Generally, small targets are very difficult to hit. But one shot is all it's going to take. He just has to hit it. And down here, the fight continues. More artillery being called in. Also, Panzer IV-J on the southern flank. Volksturm is trying to push up. We're going to probably try and threaten this Maxim. Yeah, they're forcing the Maxim off. We assault towards the Slavniki. Doing a good job there. So we probably need some more reinforcements down there if they want to hold it. Doctors are being somewhat pushed back. Artillery being prepared here by the Untersturmführer of the Jägers towards the shock troopers forward encampment. They've had to send a full-on forward headquarters here. Flying the hammer and sickle, but artillery is coming in. Oh, and then a great assault on top too to finish it off. Very nice. T-70 still holding on up here despite everything. We do have a Katyusha arriving as well here for the Soviet Union. Panzer IV-J advances. German infantry coming up behind. Volksturm and Storm Pioneers advancing. Syscon doing its best, but not the best at penetrating these things. The Volksturm are now pushing forwards. We also have some stormtroopers here. Some Stoßtruppen being equipped with a Czech machine gun as their unique upgrade if you're playing as propaganda, I'm pretty sure. Allowing them to get an LMG, they can find a move, I think. Only 30 rounds, no, 20 rounds only. I think it's the British that have the 30 round version, the Bren gun. And I think it's designed on the same machine gun as the Bren. Because maybe the Bren gun was actually just a licensed, locally produced British variant of that Czech machine gun. The ZBVZ-30. T-70 trying to rush this Panzer IV-J. This might be risky. It is trying to get around it. Turret cannot turn fast enough. But a good little flanking shot there, very cheeky. No good flanking shot. Got the driver, but there is going to be a Panzer strike right here. And they got a T-70. That T-70 did a lot of little work on that Panzer IV. Not more than you'd expect from such a little tank. If there'd been no units with anti-tank equipment, that T-70 could just have kept driving around the Panzer IV. Here's what I'm trying to dig in here. They've also brought up a Panzerwerfer. The Panzerwerfer's already opening fire. Probably knowing the Soviets are holding up around here. Oh, yeah, getting some good shots in. Not looking that good for the Soviet Union at the moment. Panzer IV prepares to advance again. Got hit by a Sis gun, no. Has to pull back. Volksturm are pushing forwards to scout ahead. Probing the Soviet lines. Sofia is trying to call in an artillery strike. Let's know what the Maxim is. Can he get called in time now? Looks like the Maxim might relocate. No, it's setting up again. And now it's too late. The artillery strike is coming in. The Maxim move away. Looks like it mostly can, only losing... Oh, it almost died. We do have a KV-8 arriving though for the Soviet Union. A flamethrower tank. So as I managed to capture the munitions point again. Raids from the 1st SS Panzer Grenadiers. Very high quality Panzer Grenadier unit available to Waffen-SS Panzer. They're taking some heavy losses there. We have a Kapitan arriving here for the Motor Strelke. Buying his Tokarev pistol, I think. I think it was a Tokarev. Using the M1911 model. I guess there's no Tokarev model in game, I'm pretty sure. We only have the most Nagant revolver. Panzer IV heading southwards. We do have a M-Chat being prepared and Len-V Sherman. Machine guns are taken into the conscript stores to try to get close to the Panzer IV. Oh, conscripts might actually get close. I'm throwing an 80 grenade. Wow. Very lucky for those conscripts. It's gonna keep that Panzer IV out of the fight for a while. We also have a major here from the Odon. Giving you access to recon assault and other abilities. Including close to pocket, but I'm not sure how good close to pocket is on this map. Pretty straightforward front line after all. KV-8 moving around. They're still here to stop it. I guess these guys do have Panzerfausts. Need Panzerfaust on the KV-8. It's gonna force it off. But the Panzer IV has to pull back. Penal Tube is pushing ahead. But the Penal Tube is gonna capture ground anymore. Which I think is a shame. I thought it was really cool they could rush forward to try and secure ground that's contested. They could actually decapture and capture it very fast. But that was something the Penal Tubes were supposed to do. Take a moat down. No big surprise there. Widespread artillery strike calling here. Rockets landing. When I kill that KV. Banana rockets hit the KV. Do clear out the Sis guns though. Panzer IV is still pushing up. But this is about to be recruited. Oh, Panzer IV is so far very lucky. Trying to do a specialist machine gun there. This gun is not the most efficient AT gun as you can see. The main advantage of it is that you can actually use it as an artillery piece. Now it's been suppressed though, so it's gonna fire even slower. Artillery, or not artillery, grenade assault going in on the Maxim. Clearing it out and destroying it. KV-8 has to be very careful. Especially now there's a Tiger Ace on the field. The 88 should be able to pierce through the frontal arm of the KV, no issue. Yeah, there it goes. Heavy is also a big target, so it's easy to hit. Not looking good here for the Soviet Union. We do have T-70s pushing up here in the center, alongside the shock troopers. Yes, some SS-5 Jägers in the field as well. The Panzer 48 from the Jägers as well. Lots of Panzer 48s on the field. Goes of attack tank rank for the Panzer Division. But we are gonna see potential ISs here for the Soviets if they can last long enough. Just gonna do its best here on the flank. Panzer 48 pulls back. Pretty decent fight so far. Still getting us on the flank here. Haven't been equipped with an MT-42. Also found something else at the ground, I imagine. No, doesn't look like it. Just being equipped with their Kar-98s. Yeah, you don't really need much else with the Sturmgrenadiers. They're pretty damn efficient as they are. Very costly though. And the attacker tanks are pushing on the northern flank, so first it says Panzer Grenadiers will support it potentially. Hitler Youth having a firefight here with the infantry of the Soviet Union. MT has arrived here, but that's not going to do well against the Tiger. That's what they also advancing. They want to try and overrun this SIS position. Panzer 4 serving as a good distraction. Now the Tiger to fire high explosive round. But now the MT moves in, hitting the mobility of that Panzer 4J. That might force it to be stock soon. There we go. Panzer 4J got a good shot there on the M Shadow. Ooh. MT has to back off for some repairs. Kept the Panzerfaust and the Panzer 4 though, clearing it out. But the southern flank has completely folded. They just need to start advancing now. This T-34 is running for the Soviets and some specialist penals. But will that be enough? Stormtroopers now advancing slowly as well. Sturmgewehr and Czech machine gun in hand. As the Mthis has pushed up on this side as well. Oh, big artillery gun there from something. Oh, no, that was probably the Katusha. The Katusha has forced the Tiger tank to back off for the moment. We have a Panther tank coming out here for the Jäger Division. Certainly a good tank. The Panther is generally pretty good at everything. Very well balanced tank overall in its capabilities. The Tiger Ace is gonna be a very hard nut to crack for the Soviet Union. Looks like the Katusha is still doing stuff, potentially. Also the SS-5 Jägers advanced now with the automatic weapons. FGs and Sturmgewehrs. From Blink Corpus. I don't think the shock troopers want to get around that corner because of it. So far it's working out for them. As the Fallschirmjägers have another target in mind, they're clearing out the SIS guns. And they are fighting shock troopers, which is not an easy fight. Shock troopers are pretty damn good at what they do. Panzer following fire. We also have a glider flying overhead. Looks like the Red Air Force sending in some Soviet paratroopers. SS-5 Jägers are dead. Glider making its landing here. Oh. There we go. There they arrive. Soviet Airborne. We can actually recruit Soviet Airborne forces from the glider if it survives. Panther and Tiger on the move. Constantly trying to rush the Tiger. Only working out. Panther has to keep in motion. There's a little bit of a hard front here, but the SIS needs to turn to face the Panther. Full penetration on the Sherman. Panther's just running around. Oh, got a flanking shot there. And just been cleared out, but the Panther took a big hit. Panthers need to get into positions where they can actually get close to this thing. Captain Panther might go forward here. 80 grade did not penetrate. 99 did the Panzer first. Panther does has really high frontal armor. He has the highest frontal armor of any Axis vehicle apart from the Jagdtiger. And I guess the Sturmtiger? Oh, Panther spotted the Katusha! The Panther's just rolling around behind the Soviet lines at the moment. Germans could also advance down here, and indeed the Tiger Ace is making some probing maneuvers. Not much out here from the Soviets, but they are getting a big SU. An SU-152. Will that be enough to stop a Tiger Ace? Just want to find out. So the T-34 is going to go for a flanking maneuver on that Panther. So the Panther's really far behind enemy lines. Yeah, now the T-34 is on the rear of this thing. The Panther's in trouble, it's popping smoke. Panther taken out. Huge loss. Panthers are not that cheap to replace. Again, neither are Tigers. Field troops are holding on now well enough to allow the SU-152 to get into position, but needs to be cautious. The Tiger can pierce straight through the front of the SU. And the SU is lacking in range. So the Tiger backs off slowly. T-34 got a good shot there in the Panzer 4J, forcing it back. You know, the Germans have been preparing and mustering their vehicles. They recruit the abandoned Panzer 4J. So it's certainly having a hard time making a comeback here. They're scavenging equipment, good to see. Good ability for the Germans to have. Gives them some resources. Not too much is happening at the moment. Just the folks that are probing up here. Running into the specialist penals and a Capitan. So it's most certainly lack more equipment until they're going in at the Soviet position in the center. They have called in an IS-2. And this thing could actually be quite dangerous to the 88s. Because the IS-2 is pretty damn armored. Has a pretty decent gun too. We need to see how it does. It seems like they do want to carve out. They got the southern flank if they can. They got a Tiger Ace if possible. Storm Grenadiers are causing a lot of havoc here in the center. They eventually see 5 Storm Grenadiers at that. Pretty damn efficient, as you can see. IS-2 on the move. There is a pack though. And now the Germans know there's an IS-2. So the Germans need to act accordingly and deal with that thing. Rockets are going in. Plus they're landing up there on the Soviet shock infantry. Doing a good bit of damage. IS-2 remains on the move. High explosion shot hits the terrain. T-34s and a KV-8. Want to try and see if they can overrun this Tiger Ace, I imagine. While this is going on, the tank forces are advancing on the northern flank slowly. Only being somewhat delayed. Won't be delayed for too long, I imagine. IS-2 making its move. Panzer J heading upwards to try and counter it. It's gonna be a fight the Panzer J wants to take. Well, that high explosive round did not do much damage. Like, honestly, I personally feel the IS-2 should really feel dangerous for the Germans to fight. It should be like a tank where you go like, oh shit, I might actually have the tank advantage. Good raspberry. Also, the Titan tank is relocated to try and flank the IS if necessary. Versus his Panzer Grenadiers moving alongside it. And the Panther has arrived as well. Looks like it's going to be a command Panther. Oh, that's just a normal Panther, actually. IS-2 moving around still. ISU-152 advancing, got hit by the 88. High explosives did not do much. Honestly, I feel the high explosives of the Soviets should do a lot more to the German tanks. Like, if you are hit by a shell that size, your tank is just gone. Panzer IV gets taken out. If not gone, exceptionally stunned. Again, that's just my opinion. Looks like the Germans are going to try to advance. They want to take that SU-152 if they can. IS-2 in the move. Panzer IV could be in trouble because of it. Yeah, turret immobilized, so the turret cannot rotate. Concrete piercing round loaded. Got a good shot there on the Tiger Ace. IS-2 taking that shot. Oh, Tiger pop smoke. IS-2 needs to get into a position where he can hit the Tiger Ace again. Bombs are pushing forwards. Pamper's going for a flank. IS-2 is really trying to work hard here. The Tiger Ace is out of the fight for a little bit. Now this is going on. The Tigers is advancing on the northern flank alongside the Panzer Grenadiers. That's how you want to do it. The Panzer Grenadiers supporting the tanks. IS-2 being hit there by the Panther. So far holding up well, but it did take some serious damage. KV-8 moving around to support it. Stormtroopers have to pull back seeing that KV-8. Rockets going in. Panther took a shot at the KV-8. Stormtroopers falling back after that IS-2 shot. Not looking good here, though. So someone is calling for a rematch. It's been a very good match, though. But it looks like the Germans are in the upper hand here. Range Karma calls the GG. So, the Germans certainly have the upper hand. And that's a Singara. But looks like that's the end of this fight, actually. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye.